Hi, it's Dan Latto, and in this video I want to talk to you about why your critics could be your best source of motivation. Hey everybody, it's Dan Latto speaking. So in this video, let's talk to you about those haters. You know, those keyboard warriors. They write nasty things, usually behind a not their own name, some random troll-like name, and often they say things that are not very nice. I actually source those people out. I like those people, and I was just thinking this morning, I've not had enough critics or enough trolls in the last couple of weeks. I need to go out and get myself some more. Those for me are like rocket fuel. They are motivation juice for me to go out and produce more content, close more business, buy more property, make more money, cut more costs. For me, they're the ones that make all this worthwhile, as well as going out and having fun, walking on the beach and going paddle surfing and all that funky stuff, playing basketball on a Friday morning, which I normally do when we're not in lockdown. I love doing all that stuff, okay? But also underneath that, some of that extra motivation, some of that secret sauce for me to continue pushing out content, pushing out more product, making more sales, cutting more costs and increasing my net worth. The whole push for that of these people who sit behind a keyboard, they're usually depressed or sad or life hasn't really worked out for them. They are my motivation. Now there's two aspects here. The first part of the motivation is to use what they say and go, right, well, I'll show you. And that gets me going, makes me go out and create more content. There's another aspect though, which I think is really important, and that is why. Why would you say such a thing like as that? And they might need proof and that kind of thing. We don't supply anybody proof of anything. You either believe it or you don't. It's not my job to force a person to think a particular way. They can make whatever decisions they want to make about me or you or anybody. It's completely up to them, nothing to do with me. But if I can persuade someone to take a look back, an introspective look, if you like, and go, hang on a minute, is there something that I could do to change my life, to improve it in some way? That for me right there is an ultimate win. And some of these, by the way, you're going to win, and most of them you ain't going to win at all. But that's not to say that you shouldn't try, because I think in the world it's about giving out, helping as many people as you can. One of my missions is to go out there and help as many people cut their costs, make more money and live a life on their terms. That's really one of my main mission goals here. That's why we produce all the content, that's why we produce the training courses, that's why we don't charge a huge amount of money for the training courses, because I want to get out there and meet as many people and touch as many people's lives as possible, so that they can go out and improve whatever is going on in their life. If it's a spot of motivation for 10 minutes for them to make a positive decision, that's awesome. If it's someone who's gone and bought one of the training courses and then they implement what they've learned and they go off and buy properties or they create courses or they grow their business and generate more leads, whatever that happens to be, that for me is a win. And so the critics are like my greatest motivation in life, because you can head towards a Ferrari and a yacht and all of that kind of thing, but really, I mean, you know, we only have two kinds of motivation in life. We've got towards motivation, which are things like Ferraris and Porsches and fancy holidays and yachts and nice food and good nights out and so on. And then we've got away from motivation, which are pain. And I like away from motivation. You know, my pain was my motivation. I can't remember who said that, but I've heard that before. And it's absolutely true, and it's true for me and it'll be true for you. And so we should be using some of that pain to go out and push you. Now, eventually, the pain kind of wears off, because these days we don't care about critics. If someone says something nasty, it's fine. They're just a keyboard troll. They're having a bad moment, they're having a bad life, they're having a bad week. Who knows what's going on in their life? And that's up to them. But I enjoy reading what they say, because that is the rocket fuel that shoots me off in another direction and continues to allow me to progress and push the envelope of what I think is capable in my life. And I would hope that you can see that too, and that you can also take that same attitude and go, fine, there are haters, there are people who, you know, potentially might make you cry because of the nasty things that they say, and it's just take a step back and realise that that's them and what they've got going on in their lives. They know nothing about you. They have no idea what you've had to go through to get where you want to be, and what you're going to have to go through to get yourself onto that next step. So for me, the critics, I love them. If you've got something nasty to say, awesome. But don't hide behind a fake username. This is one of the things that kind of winds me up. They hide behind a fake username, say all these nasty things, and then, then they just disappear. Hidden behind their anonymity. And it's like, you need to go a set of balls, and if you're going to say nasty things, then, say them behind your own name instead of pretending to be somebody else. But I like it, I like the critics. I was watching Grant Cardone, he's got so many critics, so many people who hate him. He loves that stuff. He puts stuff out there so people hate him on purpose. And that's his rocket fuel as well. I totally know how he feels with that. Anyway, hope that video is useful for you. We'll catch up with you on the next video. My name's Dan Latto. Take care.